There is no craft, there is no art that doesn't need colors. We're going to be talking about red, blue, green. And what kind of emotions does it command? Blue stands for royalty. Blue signifies a male figure. Red signifies daring. So if you want to do a makeup now and you want the person to look very daring and all, you use the red lipstick. Green stands for life. It stands for growth. White signifies purity. White signifies God. The color black also stands for sophisticated. It stands for class. You will understand that different colors play a crucial role in the way different emotions are told. There is no craft, there is no art that doesn't need colors. Our class today is about colors. Colors and how it affects visual storytelling. Colors and how it affects visual storytelling. I know we all know what colors are, so we have different types of colors. So if you don't know what colors is, please just raise your hand. What is color? Informa. What is color?
Color.
Yeah, what is color?
Okay, like you said, we have several colors. It's just a shade of colors are just, I would say they are shades of different shades of call it color or different shades of.
It doesn't have an explanation. Color is color. Doesn't have a definition. You understand?
No, it doesn't.
Yes. Does it?
Well,
You can try. You can try.
okay. So color is a combination of lights.
Okay. Combination of light.
Yes.
Okay. How?
So the mixture of the primary color is what gives you white.
What is color? Define color.
Okay, define color. Don't advance of color is color.
Color is color. Color is just the name of color. You understand? So basically, what we're going to be discussing is the relationships between colors and storytelling. Now, when you look at colors, colors play a crucial role in storytelling in the sense that different colors actually have different emotions that they communicate or different emotions that they command. So take for instance, when you have the color white, black, red, and all of these colors, you will discover that these different colors don't communicate the same thing. They have different emotions that they communicate or different emotions that they command. So in looking at colors, you will discover that in almost every single movie, in almost every single film, in almost every single ad, colors play a crucial role. And for you to actually tell a very good story, you have to employ the use of colors. Now, last week in our last class, we examined the importance of light to visual storytelling, that is to photography, videography.
Yes, sir.
And today, what we're going to be discussing is how colors can aid the telling of a story or can make storytelling even much better. Looking at the color, we have different types of colors. So we have primary colors, we have secondary colors. So what are our primary colors are red, blue, and green. For you to get purple, you mix blue and red. For you to get purple, you understand? For you to get green, what colors do you mix?
No, to get yellow.
For you to get pink, what do you mix?
Pink. So pink is still a bit of different shades of blue and green.
Different shades of blue and green in different
Quantity or something.
in different quantities. Do you understand? So all of the other colors are a result of red, blue, and green, right? RGB. So if you look at the RGB colors, let's talk about red, blue, and green. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is red, blue, green. And what kind of emotions does it command? So when you think about the color blue, what emotions do you think blue command? As many of us might know it, blue stands for royalty. Do you understand? Blue also stands for what? Blue signifies like a male figure. It's always used to signify like a male. You understand? What else does blue signify? Don't think too much.
Calm.
Eh?
Calm.
Very calm. Blue is a very cold color,
Yes,
very calm color. Yes. What does blue also signify?
Evening session or night.
Blue also signifies the cool of the day, the calm of the day. Blue signifies dawn.
Okay, down. Yes.
Do you understand? Blue signifies the dawning of a new day. Do you understand? Blue signifies night. Night skies are usually blue, right?
Yes.
Night skies are not black. Oh. They are usually blue. All right, so looking at color red. So red is one of the boldest colors in the sense that is in your face, is very strong. You understand? So if you're looking at a very strong color, red is one of those colors, right? So what does red signify? So let me just hear from you. What does red signify? Red signifies danger. Red is the color of blood. Yes, red signifies what? We already said that. Yes, stop sign. Very good. Red signifies stop sign. Red also signifies daring. Like if they say somebody is daring. So if you want to do a makeup now and you want the person to look very daring and or you use a red lipstick. Do you understand? Or you use an eyeshadow that has like a tint of red on it. Do you understand? So many people usually call it daring, bold. Red also signifies horror.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Red signifies horror. What else does red signify?
Evil.
Evil, yes. Red signifies evil. Red is actually beautiful too.
I'm thinking about, I don't know if this is okay, but like,
To tell me.
intimacy.
Yes,
Yes.
red signifies intimacy.
Like, there's this.
Yes. Do you know that red also signifies sexuality? It's something that is used to depict sexuality. Do you understand? That's why you discover lingeries, like clothes that are meant for like private use. You discover that those clothes, they are usually made in red colors, different tints of red, whether burgundy, whether deep red. Do you understand what I'm saying? So basically, colors have different emotions that they command. So you can basically match a color to a particular emotion. Now, if we talk about white, what does white signify? White signifies purity. White signifies calmness. White signifies God. You understand? White signifies divine. What else does white signify? Yes, purity. White signifies what again? What else does white? Clean. White signifies clean. You understand? So when you see white, you just know it's just very clean.
White signifies peace.
White signifies peace. Very beautiful. So when you look at all of these things, you will discover that colors play a crucial role in storytelling. Colors have different emotions, and when you tell stories, what are you doing? You are telling the different emotions that are present at a particular time, either formed by you or already pre-existing. We already established what storytelling is, right?
Yes.
You cannot tell a story without an emotion linked to it. So for you to tell a story, this means that you are interpreting the emotions of people at a particular point, whether that emotion is influenced by you or it was pre-existing before you got there. That is still storytelling. So if colors have emotions, that means colors can actually push a certain narrative when telling stories, right?
Yes.
So when you look at the color black, what does it stand for? Danger. It stands for horror. It stands for mystery. The color black also stands for sophisticated. It stands for class. It stands for elegance. What else does black stand for? Matured. Yeah? Yes, it stands for depth. It actually stands for depth. You understand? So different colors actually have different emotions that they pass. When we talk about green, what does green stand for? Green stands for
Plants.
life, for plants, for growth, for what else?
Clean energy.
Clean energy. Do you understand? It stands for greenery. It stands for growth. What else does it stand for?
It stands for calmness.
Yes, it stands for calmness. It stands for fruitfulness. So when you see green, it stands for fruitfulness too. So when you understand this, you will then know that different colors having different emotions attached to it will help aid you in telling your stories. Now, take for instance, if I want to tell the story of probably an African person, you understand, living in Africa, in a suburb or in a rural area, what is the kind of color that will help me better tell that story? I'll pick green because Africa is known for its very green vegetation, you understand, and very green environment.
Okay.
I'll pick colors that are very natural. Do you understand my point? So it will help tell the story more and more. But then imagine I wanted to tell the story of Africa and it doesn't have a single grain in it. And guess what? It only has very warm tones, almost red tones. Take for instance, like it has this brown tone. I hope you know brown is the mixture of red and some other colors. You understand? So it has this brown tone, right? And then the brown tone almost seems like a desert. Am I telling the true story of Africa with that? No, I'm not telling. Does that mean that there are no deserts in Africa? There are. What is the most prominent color that can be used to characterize the whole of Africa? Green. In fact, if you look at all the countries in Africa, if you look at their flags, a very high percentage of the number of countries has green on their flags. And that is not by any means an accident. So when you understand this, you will know that colors have been telling stories from time immemorial. You will discover that from the times of old, there are different colors that tell different emotions. Now, when you look at yellow, what does it signify? It signifies happiness. Yellow also signifies wealth, in the sense that gold, the color of gold is yellow. Do you understand my point? So there are different colors that tell different emotions. So when I'm telling a story, what is the first thing I have to ask myself? What is the best color that will best narrate this emotion that I want to tell? That is the first question I ask myself. So after figuring out what is the best after figuring out what is the best light setup, what is the direction of my story that I want to tell, what is the best light setup, then I now move on to asking myself, what is now the best color that will best narrate this story that I have in mind to tell?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Now, when you want to tell a particular story, or if you are going into storytelling, the first thing you do is to first decide the kind of story you want to tell. And we treated that in one of our first classes. Now, the next thing you do is to decide what is the best type of light that works. And that was from our last class, which says, when we spoke about how God divided light, that is the greater light to rule the day and lesser light to rule the night. That means different light commands different types of emotions.
Yes.
We already treated that, right? Now, the next thing you're meant to ask yourself, what kind of color would be best for me or best command the emotions I'm trying to tell in my story? Do you understand me? So when you understand this sequence, you then cut out some fallbacks in your storytelling. You understand? Like you then cut out some confusions that may arise later on. So if I want to tell the story of maybe a woman that is very girly, I know the kind of colors to use. I don't now tell myself that, okay, the main color in the movie is going to be blue. Would it work? It would work actually, but will it work well? Will it give the emotions you want it to give? No. Do you understand my point? So it is very important for you to understand the different kinds of colors and the emotions that they command. So when you know the importance of color, you will then know that there is no way for you to separate creativity from colors. There is no way for you to separate the creative industry from colors. You will understand that different colors play a crucial role in the way different emotions are told. You will understand that there is no craft, there is no art that doesn't need colors. No single art doesn't need color. Now, if you look at a makeup artist, for instance, if a makeup artist wants to tell like the story of a lady that is very bold, what colors will she use? Red. You understand? She will use red color. She will use very bold colors, you understand, in the spectrum of red. And now, if she wants to tell the story of a very dangerous person, a very dangerous lady, what colors will she use? Black.
Yeah, she used black.
Black. She used the color black. If she wants to tell the story of someone that is very soft-spoken, someone that is very soft, I hope you know she would go for something like pink. A very light shade of pink. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you understand this, you will know that there are different colors that tell different emotions. So if as a makeup artist, you just go about applying just any color just because you feel like you're not going in the right direction. Because the choice of color actually influences how people see who you are making up. If you are a movie director, and then you have like, maybe you're a costumier on a movie set, and then your job is to actually dress people up for a movie. And then You have, maybe you're to dress someone like John Wick that acted the action movie. You understand? Or who's the person that did Mission Impossible? Yes. So the person that did Mission Impossible, I don't remember his name now. Do you understand? Or you were to dress maybe Dwayne Johnson. You were to dress Dominic Toretto in Fast and Furious, and then you wear him a pink dress, a pink shirt. Does that best tell the story of Dominic Toretto in that movie?
No.
Does that best tell the story of John Wick?
No.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you then think back, you will notice that there's a lot of intentionality that goes into making a movie. Down to the people walking on the streets, the clothes that they wear, it's actually intentional. That is even the passerbys. But it is just the average filmmaker, photographer that is just coming up that will just tell themselves that, oh, I don't need to understand the use of colors. And then all you're just doing is you just put the colors together. So as a photographer, you want to do a collaboration and all your mind is thinking about is, oh, I just want a beautiful picture. You don't mind the color of the dress, you don't mind the color of the background you use, you don't mind anything. You just feel like once I just put it together, it goes. But I hope you know that there are different colors that if put together, they would actually fight with each other.
Yes.
So even as photographers, if you don't understand colors, you will discover that your pictures will remain basic. You actually have to understand the use of colors. So when somebody walks in with a particular outfit, probably a pink outfit, what kind of colors should I use to shoot? What kind of color of background should I use to shoot that particular outfit? If someone walks in with a white outfit, what is the kind of colors? You understand? I hope you know that white and black is considered to be neutral colors. Do you understand? So it will almost work on every backdrop, if not all backdrops. Do you understand my point? But then when you talk about bold colors like red, when you talk about bold colors like blue, you discover that if you're not very careful and you go and use another color, you discover that you just find yourself struggling to balance colors. In fact, you would be able to take the pictures, of course, but then you will just discover that there's just something that is not just right about an image. Have you seen an image like that? And the image was shot well with proper lighting, but you just discover that there's something wrong about that image. Basically, when you understand this, you will know that as important as lighting is, that is how important colors are to you. As a photographer, as a videographer, as a graphics designer, as a fashion designer, whatever kind of art you do, colors are important. The importance of colors cannot be overemphasized. So as a makeup artist, before you have that collaboration, there's something that you need to ask yourself. What kind of emotions do I want people to feel when they see the model I actually want to do a makeup on? What are the combinations of colors that would actually be complementary to the skin of the person I want to have my makeup done on? Do you understand? As a fashion designer, the kind of outfit I would, the kind of color I would suggest to my client, what kind of color will I suggest based on their skin tone? Would I just go about just telling every client that just pick the color yellow, it will work for you? Or would I tell them that for your skin tone, this is the particular kind of color that will work best? Do you understand my point? So if you're able to understand this, you will know that different colors actually play different roles. Now, in talking about colors, there's something called complementary colors. These are colors that go together. We have teal and orange. Yes, we have yellow and white.
You say brown and cream.
Yes, we have beige and cream. Beige and brown. We have pink and green.
Yeah, pink and green.
Do you understand? So you will discover that there are some colors that go together, but then there are some colors that if put together in the wrong shade, you will discover that you will just have problems. Take for instance, you are taking a royal blue and lemon green to be put together. It doesn't work. Do you understand my point? So if you don't understand this, you will discover that all you're just doing will just continue to be basic. That's why you will discover that even in branding, that is for graphics designers, for people who brand, you will discover that they are very particular about their colors. Take for instance, if you look at the color of different brands, you will be able to tell the different messages that they tell, or you will be able to tell the different messages that they try to pass on through their brands. Should we try? Now, if you look at the likes of Versace they have
that's gold,
yellow, gold lion.
the surface.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you look at the story that they are trying to tell, what does a lion stand for? Stands for boldness. Do you understand? Stands for fierce. Like, if you look at sophisticated also, if you look at the color yellow, it also stands for wealth. Remember I told you the color of yellow is also the color of gold. So you discover that these colors, they were not picked randomly. If you give me a brand, Coca-Cola, red.
Yes.
Do you understand? You will discover that a brand like Coca-Cola, when you take Coke, it actually feels like red. You know that sugar rush that just enters into your body, that whole rushing sensation of the gas inside of Coke, that when you just take it, you are just immediately satisfied. Do you understand? And you almost feel energized almost immediately. If you look at which other brand again?
I'll say Vicky James.
Color.
Black. Elegance.
Okay, she always does black.
Branding is black.
Her branding is black. She stands for elegance. You understand? Adidas is what? It's black and white. Do you understand? So different brands actually have different messages that they pass through their colors. If you look at Fanta, you will discover that Fanta tastes the way it looks.
Orange.
Do you understand? The color of Fanta is orange. Orange stands for sweet. Do you understand? Orange is a bold color too. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I want to take Fanta, in fact, if I don't want to take Fanta, if I just see the color orange on a shelf in a store, I already feel something that is drawing me to that, because I want to feel the emotion that orange passes, that sweet emotion. So when you understand this, you will know that even picking your brand color is actually something that you should even pay attention to. Remember I told you there's no part of art, there's no form of art that colors is not important to. As a graphics designer, when making a design, you will discover that the different types of colors that you put in your design will pass a certain kind of information. That is why you discover that different churches have different colors that they use. For instance, if you look at the likes of Petra, you'll see very bold colors like purple on the design. Do you understand? You see blue. You almost always see blue on a Petra color. Take for instance, if you look at NSPP, was Streams of Joy. There's almost always yellow in their design. It is by design. It is not by mistake. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you look at Celebration Church, you will discover that there's almost always red on their design. In fact, their logo is red. So if you now want to pick a color as a brand and then all you're just doing is, let me just pick a color. You know, me, I'm a girl, I like pink. Do you understand? Just based off of that, you just want to pick a color. Then I don't think you are ready to brand yourself. Colors tell different emotions. Before you pick a color for any single thing, make sure to think twice. Ask yourself. So now if you want to go for a board meeting with maybe the president of a nation, what kind of color should I wear? I hope you know wearing yellow may not work. Is there anything wrong with the color yellow? No, there is nothing absolutely wrong with the color yellow. But you will discover that wearing yellow may not fully communicate what you want to be communicated at that particular time. So if I want to meet maybe the president of America, I should be wearing something that is not so distracting, because what I want people to focus on is not my outfit. I want people to be focused on the message I have to pass. I want people to be focused on what I have up here. So wearing a very calm color or a color that is not so shouty, probably black, white, or something that is very calm would suffice. Do you understand? Now think of it. This is February. It's the month of love. What is the color of love? Red is the color of love. And you will discover that intentionally brands would include it in their designs all throughout the month of February. But if you don't know this, you'll not be thinking about it. Oh, I sell the same product that this person sells, but I'm not selling as much as this person is selling. We made the same design to advertise our product in the month of February, but I'm not selling as much as this person is selling. If you then understand this, you will then know that some people are using colors to their advantage, because colors actually spark different emotions. When I see red, I'm just thinking about love. I'm thinking about something very bold, something very daring. So probably when you walk into a restaurant now, you're hearing a very soft music playing. You're seeing decorations, like red decorations everywhere. And then you're just wondering, I can't just tell it, but there's just something cozy about this place. Even if I went there just to grab a drink, the next thing that comes to my mind is that I'm already thinking about how I'm going to visit that place with somebody that I care so much about, probably my wife or my fiance or my girlfriend or someone I'm dating. Do you understand? Someone I love, my family members. Do you understand what I'm saying? At first, you just went there to grab a coffee, you went there to grab a drink. You understand? But the moment you saw the atmosphere and you felt this cozy feeling, you then felt like, okay, this would not be bad for me to come with my family and just enjoy ourselves. Probably after to have a dinner or after church or something. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you get this, you understand that different people, different brands actually use colors in their advantage. If you don't get this, that means you are missing out. You are actually keeping your brand stagnant. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So in understanding the kind of story you want to tell, what's the first thing we mentioned? Decide the direction or the type of story you want to tell. What is the second thing? Determine the kind of light that you would best tell that particular kind of story. Then what is now the third thing? Determine the color that will best command the emotion that your story is meant to tell. Do you understand my point?
Yes, sir.
If you understand this, you would be miles ahead. If you look at Hollywood movies, you will discover that for different types of movies, there are different kinds of colors. So if you look at a Hollywood movie that is based off of action, you will discover that it has this very blue tone to it. This blue, very dark tone to it. Am I correct?
Yes, you're very correct.
If you look at any movie that tells the story about like maybe a desert or life in the desert, you will discover that there's this warm, very yellowish tone to it. Give me an example of a movie. Dune was a movie about the desert, and it has this very warm tone to it. Now give me the example of an action movie. John Wick. Very dark bluish tone to it. Do you understand? Same thing with Mission Impossible. Very dark bluish tone to it. Now, if I wanted to tell the story of high school sweethearts, what is the kind of colors that work best? I'm going to use very bright colors. I won't use dark colors. I won't use the colors that are used on an action movie to tell the story of love. Maybe high school love now. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what am I going to do? I'm basically going to shoot that movie in the afternoon when I have very bright blue skies. You understand? What is the kind of outfits that the people starring in the movie are going to wear? So for the ladies, they're going to wear girly colors. That is very bright colors. We're talking about red, pink, yellow. Do you understand? Pop, all of those colors. Those are the kinds of colors that whoever is going to decide on the outfits that they would wear will choose in that high school love story. For the boys in the high school love story, what are they going to wear? They're going to wear blue. They will wear black. They will wear white. Do you understand? So you will then discover that all of these colors were actually very intentional in all this movie that has been created. And if you don't have the right colors, you cannot color grade right.
That's true.
Do you understand? If from the onset you cannot pick the right colors that would best tell your stories, don't expect to use color grades to change or to better enhance the story you want to tell, because all you're doing is that you're trying your best to put the color that is not already in your scene. You're trying to manipulate colors, and all you're just going to do is that you're going to just stress yourself, number one, and then you will discover that those colors will not come out looking the best. So if you want to shoot a movie, so first of all, from the color or from the time of the day that you're going to shoot the movie is going to be determined by the color that you want to use. So for a high school love story, we said you're probably going to shoot it in the afternoon with bright sunlight, when you have blue skies. You understand? When you have trees that are very green. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you have colors like a yellow school bus somewhere around. Those are the kinds of colors that you will see in a high school movie. But then all of those colors may not be fully replicated in an action movie because they don't tell the story of an action movie. Same thing for a comedy movie. For a comedy movie, you have very bright colors too.
Happy colors.
Very happy colors. Give me an example of a happy color. A happy color is yellow. A happy color is what? Which other happy? Yellow is not the only happy color. Pink is a happy color.
Green.
Lemon green is a happy color. It's very out there. Orange is a very happy color. Do you understand? For you to make a movie, you first have to decide the kind of color that you want to have inside of your movie. You have to determine the kind of colors that communicate that story the best, that narrates your emotions, the emotions that you want to pass with that particular movie. The kind of makeup that the people in the movie are going to wear. You know, there are certain kind of ladies that are masculine. Take for instance, when you look at high school movies, you have these girls that are called gothic girls that have black lipstick, has nose piercings everywhere. Black eyeshadows, all of those things. That is their identity. Do you understand? You will discover for the most part that those girls are mostly starred as the bullies in the story. Do you understand? They are mostly starred as the cool girls in the story, not the shy girls. They are mostly starred as the big girls in the stories. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you want to tell a story, you will then understand that all of these different elements come together to make up your whole story. You will understand that if one part or one piece of this puzzle is not there, there will just be something that won't sit right. In doing this, what you will discover is that you will struggle less in your storytelling. So as a graphics designer, if I want to tell the story of a client, the first thing I'm asking is, what is the purpose of this design? What kind of emotions do you want people to feel when they see this particular design? If this design is for a program or for an event, what kind of event is it? So the design that you would use for a wedding event would be different based on the different types of weddings. Take for instance, if it's a traditional wedding, it's a different color you'd use. A black tie event, it's a different kind of color. Maybe it's a dinner event, it's a different kind of color you use. Because for a black tie event, you have to show elegance. It has to be something that is not so shouty. Do you understand? So in understanding this, you will discover that you will struggle less in whatever you do. So name all the creative fields, name everything. You will discover that colors play a crucial role. What about people who are in tech? Your UI UX people, you understand? People who design interfaces for apps, for websites and all of these things. You will discover that the different kinds of emotion that a person feels is dependent on the colors they see when they log on to that app or when they enter into that website. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it is very important for you to take colors very seriously. So my question now is, what kind of stories would you want to tell with the kind of art that you do? And what colors do you think will best tell those stories? If you're able to ask yourself this question and answer it, you will discover that your storytelling process would be very, very easy. If I were to tell the story about life in Lagos, I hope you know that I cannot take away the fact that there are yellow taxis in Lagos. Do you understand? If I were to tell the story of Abuja, Nigeria, there is no way I would take away the green taxi from the story of Abuja, Nigeria.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? If I were to tell the story of maybe an African person, there's no way I can take the black out of it. That is, when I say black now, I mean skin tone, brown skin tone. There's no way I can't tell the story of Africa and then it's all white people. I can't tell the story of maybe life in Russia and it's all black people. What kind of story do you want to tell? With your design, with your makeup, with your photography, with your videography, what kind of story do you want to tell? Ask yourself, what colors will best narrate these stories I want to tell? Different kinds of arts require different types of colors to tell the story. And you understood that different types of brands use colors to pass the message and the story of the brand to the public. Do you understand?
Yes.
That brings us to the end of this class.